Okay, this is going to be a more updated tutorial on how to port assets to other levels. This time it's going to be much easier to do. So we are going to use a bat file to extract our hips and hops alphabetically. So we have one of each, so we're going to need to edit this. You can use whatever text editor you want, but I'm going to have one that says it'll use hip hop tool to unpack the hip or hop. And then we have this A, which sorts the settings that any alphabetically. So we don't need this create, we only need the unpack. So you can just paste this again, and we'll do B101 hip, and then B01. So this is the file here, and then this is the folder it will be named as. And then I can do B101. Change that to a hop. Over here we'll change that to a hop, and we'll do B101. So you save it, and then you'll double click and it'll extract it all. Now the one that will be in the comments will work for every single hip and hop that exists. So if we go over to our hip hop tool folder and we take a look at this, it has every single hip. I would include all of these extracted it in a file, but it's very, very large, which is why I'm teaching you how to do it. So now if we go here and we go to the settings, it will be sorted alphabetically. So A, B, 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 instead of it just being everywhere, which is very helpful for moving things to other levels so you don't have to search everywhere. So now we will go and we will start adding that. So you'll need your target level and your level you want to take it from. So I'm going to do, let's see, what can we do? We can do HBO2 hop, which is SpongeBob's house. The level of SpongeBob's house. And that will take a little bit. And I'm using this already extracted one because it's sorted alphabetically. And now we need the other hop. So what we want to add to SpongeBob's house can be something like, let's see, go for a simple enemy. We can add a tartar. And I'll just use BB01 because there's a tartar there. So we'll copy that hop, put it here. And it will take a bit. So I'll be back. So now we have both hops. We can open the settings in for both. That's HBO2, that's BB01. And now we have to add the robot files. So you still have to, I'm just going to copy in the whole folder. So anim, model, RWTX, and we'll do the sound with industrial park. Copy these, and we'll paste it here. And as always, we're not going to overwrite. So you'll skip. So now we're just looking for the tartar files. So we'll take them from BB01. And because it's sorted alphabetically, we can have FX tartar right there. And it doesn't matter where you put it here because Hip Hop Tool sorts by asset name. So no matter where you put this, it doesn't matter. You can make your own layer, which I guess I can do. So make a layer for this real quick. And that's for the textures for tartar. and tartar, that RW3. It makes it much easier to search for. So then FX catapod, and those do not matter to us. What about 2A tartar? And then the final part. I think that's it for those. So we can do. So now we got fragments, and they're all in one spot. So actually, I'll close on that. So we'll take these fragments for the tartar, copy those. That's the end of that layer, so now we can do it with the frags. That model, same thing here. Let's copy this layer type, and then add end layer. So now we're gonna, I think that's all the fragments for him. We still need his model. So we're gonna do tar. Need that one. Do next. Last tar. Do next. And then I think more frags. Tar color. Okay, so frags. So there's a different model. Let's get more of these. What about tar line? And last models here. And also, just get another. And we can do animation here. Oh, now we got that. Okay. And layer. And now all this animation is going to be on the spot. So we'll need these two aspect ones. And then all of the robot things are all in one big spot, which is very nice. And we can tar. There's start. Start. And those are sound, so those don't matter to us now. Save the hop. Now we move on to the hips. So we can save this. Close out of the two hops, and we're going to do the same thing with these hips. We're going to combine the files. So we'll get BB01 hip and HB02 hip. Copy those. Put them here. Let it go through. Okay, finished. So we do the same thing. Looking for a table. MINF and shrapnel. And that should be it for the tartar. So put those in here. HB02 hip. Don't replace. And now we'll open both hips and get the tartar files. And these will stay here, and it's already alphabetical order, so it doesn't really matter where you put it at. So we're gonna look for tar. Here's do those. So put them where it doesn't matter. Send them here because it'll sort as it. ID nothing. So as long as it's in the same layer. That's tar. So you have to make nice to find. And that's it. So you'll save it. And now we will move on to Industrial Park. Actually, you need to rebuild these first before you move on to Industrial Park. So we'll need to rebuild HB02 hop and hip. So we'll run this. And that tells you can use the command line or these. So do create. Go to our other folder. HB02 hip. HB02.hip. And then we got it. Only looks for things in the settings, and it does not look for these files, which is why you always add extra files. Because only if you have things in the settings that aren't in here, it'll say settings won't be me. So now that's done. We take our two hips and hops, put it over in the files. HB02. Yes. And now you can check to make sure it actually runs, which I can do that real quick if Dolphin loads. Okay, make sure my controller is set up. And I'm running off of the file, so I'll load this up.
Yeah, Gary.
And it doesn't crash. So I will pause this. Or stop it actually, and then we will go to Industrial Park. So you open up the level, which would be HbO2. So HbO2 hop. Give it a second. There it is. And then HbO2 hip. And the screen is going to fill up. So now there's some stuff a little different. This red is sound effects in their range. These got to recolor the triggers. And there's everything else here. So I'm going to add textures real quick. Gonna look for HbO2. There we go. So now, this is what it looks like. So now we can add our enemy. So I'm going to open up the hip. And we're going to go down to VIL. And I'm just going to duplicate Gary here. And I'm just going to name it tar underscore NPC. Move that over. Now we go over to the minf. And last time I screwed up by choosing whatever is in here, but you just want to edit header and copy this or copy the name, it doesn't matter. Because it uses a Gary bind minf. So it loads that up just fine. Now we need our vil type. So we can go over to the wiki. VIL. It will take a little bit. I have a theme on. And now we look for Tartar right here. Tartar bind. And we need his vil ID. So we'll paste this here. We can go back to Industrial Park. And let's see where we can move him to. Let's move him over by the door. And now we have to give him a move point so he can actually target us. And I don't think there's move points here. So I'm going to import one from a level. So I'll go hips. I'll do a BBO1 hip move points. And we want the Tartar move point. Right there. So this is very important. Make sure you delete the asset ID or else it will crash. So that's done. It's a little far away because it retained the downtown's position. His radius is very big, so we can change this. Sibling NVBT, that's fine. I do a 3 distance. 3's a little small. I'll go 5. Okay. Position's fine, all of those are fine. So we'll hit File, Save, and now we can do the sound effects. So we'll close out of the hip, and we are going to need to open up the original hip real quick, or the original hop with the enemy. So we'll go BBO1 hop, and we're going to need Tartar sound. So this will get screwed up a little bit. You can see how the level looks compared to inside of here. But we're looking for the sound. So we'll go to SRAM. And we're looking for Tartar sounds, which will be with T. So he has a few sounds. So you do edit data, export sound data. I'll just do it to the desktop. Do this for all of them. Okay, so now we can close out of this hop. Do not save. He kind of disappeared, so I'm gonna save and I'm gonna reopen this HBO2 hop so we can actually see what's going on. There we go. It's not textured again, we can fix that real quick. And now we'll go back to this hop and we'll add in our sound. So we'll go to SRAM or not, it really doesn't matter. You can make your own layer real quick, so I'll just make a layer. SRAM. So I'll import raw data so that it gives us a name. And we'll do S and D. And then you edit data, click the check, import. And you'll repeat that for all of them. Now I'll just duplicate so I don't have to edit the S and D. I'm just importing raw data so I don't have to type this out. It's much faster. Tar damage. Tar destroy. Tar shoot, and then tar stun. Okay, file, save, click exit, and then we can go back to Dolphin. And it should load up. Oh, I clicked a button. So it loads up the intro.
Yeah, Gary.
And there's your enemy. Not sure why he isn't shooting. I know why he isn't shooting now. I think. So select the move point. And then we'll select him. I think it's because he does not have the move point set right. Okay. So copy that name, paste it there. File, save, exit out, and we can reload. And now he targets us. Not sure why he's shooting outside of his range, but he works. And if we kill him, he breaks. And that's how you add objects to other levels. Thanks for watching.